Hey everyone, this is Tinga welcoming you to yet another Marvel Strike Force Saturday Special. Today's Saturday Special, as with most of my recent end-of-month Saturday Specials, is going to be Cosmic Crucible. Now, I actually originally had some intentions of doing a follow of a full run of 3 Cosmic Crucibles, and I even had them recorded, but the reality is my life is getting so busy I don't have time to put in the effort to do the recording of the audio. So we're going to go to just the one set of Cosmic Crucible battles format again, and in the future, if I have time, I will follow myself through an entire 3-trial Crucible and discuss it. As you can see, this battle is from before the Cosmic Crucible shakeup. Now, they ended the preseason, they've started the regular season. The regular season is very difficult in comparison, and I will be covering those going forward. However, I did have these battles in the tank, and so I wanted to go over this as my swan song to the preseason of Cosmic Crucible. For the first attack, it's going to be Weapon X versus Heroes for Hire. This in War is the correct answer, and Heroes for Hire doesn't have any of its war capabilities, including the charge mechanic revives. So this is a piece of cake battle and is auditable. Just make sure to get your ability block from Omega Special onto Shang-Chi, and it's pretty much over from there. Alright, it does take me a while to figure out what I'm going to do next. I did finally settle on the Web Warriors battle, and I bring in Secret Avengers, Fury, and Kestrel. Now this matchup, even on one of the 2 Spider-Verse or Bio nodes in New Crucible, still works pretty well. I've actually used it as of yesterday in my attacks, so keep that in mind. This one does translate over, at least in the current season of Cosmic Crucible. So that's very helpful. Not all of our offensive strategies are bad. Again, in this case, go for the Ghost Spider with Kestrel. Try and knock out Ghost Spider first, and then start worrying about either Scarlet Spider or Spider-Punk. Circle your way through them in that order. Save OG Spider-Man and Miles for last if you can, and you should be good to go. Now I will say this, if you're getting down to the end and your tunes are in some trouble and they still have Miles, you may want to take on Miles, simply because most configurations that you'll see is Raider for the other 4, and Miles Morales will be a Striker, which means he will take an extra attack against any vulnerable ally. So if you want to get rid of that extra attack, it's worth getting rid of Miles. That said, he is very slow on this team, so he doesn't take many extra attacks because he doesn't take many turns. Alright, so next up we've got a Wakandans team, and Wakandans are definitely enjoying a second life with Crucible, but I will say this, they are not the best team in Crucible. In fact, they aren't even a very good team in Crucible. They're definitely a fair to middling team, but they don't have a lot of longevity, and they do punch quite hard if you've got your Black Panther built up. But otherwise, they're just not that great. In this case, I take in Black Order. My Black Order is much larger. This is a very unbalanced Wakandans. But to give you an idea, my Wakandans are on defense as well, and they're 375k, Gear Tier 12 across the board Wakandans team. And they don't hold up to anything. I've watched my defensive wins and losses, and I've seen pretty much every team combination so far that's come up against it just walk it. They've never gotten a hold. I realize Gear Tier 12 right now in this part of the game where Gear Tier 17 is now available is probably not going to do much. But if it's a Crucible Toon team, you would think that that team would hold up a little bit better at the lower Gear Tier levels, and they do not. So if you guys find that Wakandans are actually better than I'm finding mine to be, please let me know how you're using them. Drop a comment in the videos and let me know, because I'm very interested in that. If they are better at higher gear tiers, I might put them up on priority to increase. So let me know. Would appreciate the insight. Alright, next up we've got a very low power level Black Order, which is 310k. Probably should have taken it on with Ravagers. I didn't really think about that. I should have. My Ravagers at 550k could have easily knocked out this Black Order, even in a non-war scenario. That said, I will say I absolutely love Young Avengers. They have turned out to be an amazing team. They were very, very necessary to get Rogue unlocked in her Scourge event, and they've turned out to be very helpful in the War Scourge event in the Avenger nodes, which were nodes 3 and 4 for Red Hulk. So definitely beef up your Young Avengers. They have a lot of use outside of war defense, and in this case they're a very good offensive team in Crucible. Now, of course, here they're also double the power level of Black Order, but when you have a Squirrel Girl that's Gear Tier 16 and ready to go for Dark Dimension 5, and you've got the other 4 characters that are starting to become more available, such as Echo in the War Store, you're going to want to get these characters and rank them up, because they will be very, very helpful. Now, in War Defense, Darkhold is obviously the answer, so if you come across a Young Avengers, a huge Young Avengers in Cosmic Crucible, and you have to take them out, it's either going to be a Young Avengers versus Young Avengers mirror match, or I would highly recommend Darkhold. Darkhold does an amazing job against them. Alright, next up I am facing off against Black Bolt, Dr. Octopus, Emma, Dormammu, and Ghost. And this is just a great toon potpourri. This is one of the best toons you will see, one of the best set of toons you will see combined together. And I originally thought my Infinity Watch would be able to handle it. As it turns out, I was totally wrong. This was a canceled out battle for me, but I really didn't have any idea what to come up against this with. This is one of the first times I'd faced Dormammu. He's got the really annoying capability of giving all of his squad mates revive, so that's not helpful. And on top of that, you've got a super high powered Black Bolt, a really good Ghost, and a really good Emma here. Emma's going to slow everybody down on my team. Black Bolt's going to make sure any of my revive alls are killed off hard if he gets the final say, and so any one of my toons can be gone pretty quickly. And this goes sideways really fast. I didn't really expect it to go as badly as it did, but that's what Dormammu will do for you. So you do have to kill pretty much everybody twice here except Dormammu, but you will have to contend with him going into stealth once you knock him down low on health. So I end up canceling out of this battle, and I'll come at you again when we start going into the next half. Alright, here's try number 2, and this time around I'm going with Rogue, Shang-Chi, Morgan Le Fay, Loki, and Punisher. Well, if you've watched any of my Cosmic Crucible videos in the past, you'll know that I really like the Punisher-Shang-Chi combination. Not because Punisher is great, but because his passive gives a damage boost to Shang-Chi, who in my roster is Gear Tier 16 and Cosmic Crucible ready. So Shang-Chi already hits hard, now he's going to hit that much harder because of Punisher. I expect Punisher to die and not do a lot of damage here. Same with Loki. Loki is here for speed for Morgan Le Fay, so Loki will give a speed up to all Mystic controllers, and in this case, what I really want is Morgan Le Fay to get out in front and do some damage and some other debuff spreading, that kind of thing. See if I can't get in front of this team that I'm facing off against and maybe actually hard kill someone before they get a chance to knock any of my toons off. And finally, Rogue, because she has the ability to trauma ability block and she also can land stun. So really, the toons that I think are going to do most of the work going into this battle are Shang-Chi, Morgan Le Fay, and Rogue. And as you can see throughout this battle, I really take my time to make sure that I can finish off the toons in the appropriate order and save as much damage as I possibly can. And that turns out to be very, very important because my final face-off is with a Morgan Le Fay in the red versus a Dormammu in the red. And I end up winning by the hair of my chinny chin chin with a good Morgan Le Fay landing a bleed and then waiting out Dormammu. Alright, we're down to the final battle, and this one is going to be XMen. And here I have my Infinity Watch back, which is very helpful because Infinity Watch in the old Crucible could walk XMen. It can't now. It's a hard battle in the current Crucible, but in the Legacy Crucible, the preseason, like this, it was autoable. So pulling out Infinity Watch makes this Crucible battle pretty easy, and I can put it on auto. At the end, I will go through and show off my defensive victories versus my offensive victories, things like that. But this turned out to be win number 1 in a Cosmic Crucible preseason attack of 3 trials. My first trial, I won. My second trial, I won. And my third trial, I lost by only a handful of points. I went perfect on my last run, but my opponent managed to do it while losing 1 less tune. And so I ended up coming in second place in the group of 8 rankings on this Cosmic Crucible. As always, thanks for watching this Saturday special. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.